And a year ago, millions of Texans were left in the dark because of the winter storm. While campaigning for a third term, Governor Greg Abbott has said the power grid has been fixed. And earlier this month, during a milder freeze, he was proven right. But will Texas voters hold on to last year's failure? As Grace White explains, Beto O'Rourke hopes so.
It's been a year since temperatures dropped, demand for electricity soared, and 4.5 million Texas homes and businesses lost power. In this year's race for governor,
the Texas electric grid is more reliable and more resilient than it's ever been.
Voters are faced with two competing narratives.
If we have a weather event like the one that we had last February, we are going to have a shortfall in energy capacity.
Beto O'Rourke making it one of the central focuses of his campaign.
We've got to make changes, positive ones, to ensure this never happens again. Weatherizing every part of the grid, connecting with the national grid, and then making sure that we assist ratepayers.
Let's talk about connecting to the national grid that you mentioned. A lot of energy experts say that's not realistic.
So I know that there is a responsible, common sense way to connect with the national grid, as almost every other state does, to make sure that we satisfy our needs here.
But O'Rourke's biggest challenge, the short-term memory of voters. Brandon Rottinghouse is a political science professor at the University of Houston.
The issue is that most voters are focused on COVID, the economy, and their pocketbooks. And the winter freeze, although it hits several of those notes, is something that's in their rearview mirror.
Working in Governor Abbott's favor, the power grid holding up during this year's Arctic blast.
We have no confirmed outages of any equipment related to weather.
Two bills have been signed into law since the storm, requiring power generators to winterize and reforming the state's grid operator, ERCOT. But critics say the new laws don't go far enough to ensure weatherization, leaving a loophole for natural gas companies to opt out.
There are still flaws in the system. I think what the governor's hoping is that those flaws aren't as pronounced and don't end up being front and center for voters.
And that was reporter Grace White from our sister station in Houston. They did reach out to the governor's campaign for an interview, but was declined.